handle the truth.
Hello guys and welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be looking at our mate JayTechTV again and his new video, PS5 and Epic Game Store's killing PC fanboys. This should be interesting.
Pow!
Shots fired! Shots fired!
I don't really have anything to say to that, not gonna lie. That's just disappointing really.
Got a lot of information to talk about.
Oh, have we really? This should be interesting. Right, so we're now like quite a bit into the video and we're only actually starting on the actual content. So we had like a good 30 seconds to 45 seconds of just complete rubbish. Now we're actually going to get into the article and what he actually thinks of what he's doing.
As you guys know, early in the morning, Sony got started with the news cycle by officially revealing the tech information for the PlayStation 5.
Right, yeah, they actually did, and to be honest, it's quite impressive if this is actually the case. But what really made me laugh was the fact that with an SSD, SpiderMan swings faster in the PS5 edition because they have so little RAM in a console that it actually loads straight off the hard disk, which is actually insane.
Joker going to the Smash Brothers game and Microsoft showing off all the different colors of their controller during the Inside Xbox live stream. It didn't stop the PS5 Hype Train.
See, that's exactly the issue. This is why I don't like people, not people that play on PS, that's the wrong word, fanboys, because the words hype train come in. That just shows that it's complete uninformed rubbish. They've just not got anything that it's based on very minimalistic facts that's not actually been given to them yet, and it's a hype train. They've not used the product, they've not seen the product, they've not seen benchmarks of the product. They're purely speaking on either speculation or semi-facts. So this is why people don't take fanboys seriously, because it's a hype train.
It's just sad that, you know, we understand the PS4 dominated this gen. PS1 and PS2, they dominated their respective generations.
See, I don't see how that is sad. He was talking about then how the PS3 was absolutely terrored by the Xbox 360, and he said it's sad. Why? Why is it sad? Why is it sad that one company made a better product than another company, and it was the better product? Why is that? I don't see why that is an issue. Do you know what I mean? How is that sad in any way? That just shows that you've way too invested in one company. The fact that you genuinely feel emotion when they underperform because they made a worse, or maybe not a worse product, but it wasn't marketed correctly. Like, what? Why?
PS3 did not dominate last gen.
Because it was way too overpriced.
But at the end, it ended up beating their competitor, which was the Xbox 360. As far as game sales are concerned, the Wii was the winner in terms of game sales.
My issue here is the fact that he's so anti-Xbox and anti-Microsoft. Like, I'm not sure about the fact side of it. I'll put it out there. Like, so the PS3 may have beat the Xbox One. I doubt that though. But the Xbox was, you know, it's like the PS4 this generation. It completely dominated. Like, it was in everyone's house. When he claims the Wii was the winning console, but it was marketed completely different. Everyone had a Wii. Like, loads of people, you know, that didn't even play games, they had it for Wii Fit and all of that. But for like an actual gaming console, I personally would say that the Xbox 360 was much more successful than the PS3 or the Wii. Just from my perspective, from everyone I know, and, you know, just wider coverage on like YouTube. Twitch wasn't really that a thing then. But yeah, do you know what I mean? Over the media, the Xbox was much more dominant. Right, so we're pretty far into the video here, and he's still not actually talking about why the PS5 and Epic Game Store is killing PC fanboys, which after all is the title of the video. Like, he's still going on about the PS4, sorry, getting to 100 million. I don't see how that's relevant to the video title, but you know, we'll wait and see what he does next.
That's something to think about, because my prediction is, and I'm still going to stand by it, by the middle of this year, which is June, that the PS4 might be at 100 million. That means after other game announcements and games release dates get announced, we could be looking at a hype train.
See, there it is again, the hype train. Like, why is he so keen for a hype train to get started? Because the only reason is because that's the only thing propelling consoles forward. Like, on the PC, we've got hardware, free online, all that good stuff. All the consoles they're all the exact same. The only thing that differentiates the console is the Nintendo Switch, because you can carry it around. But the Xbox One and the PS4 are very similar hardware-wise, and very similar overall. The only thing that changes them is the exclusives. Like, so why does he want a hype train to start? Like, I don't get what he means. Like, competition is good, and he seems to be very anti-competition.
When you got shit like this going on, and you still know you can't trust Microsoft. I mean, I've been telling people this for over 10 years on YouTube.
He's talking about the Microsoft Xbox One console during the old digital edition without the disc drive, and he's slamming on it for saying that it's still got the eject button and the disc port inside of it where they slot the optical drive into it. And I don't see what the issue is there. It probably costs more for them to take it out than it would be to leave it in. So they're obviously going to do that business-wise. And what's wrong with more options for the consumer? I do think it's a stupid idea, though. Don't know why. I wouldn't recommend anyone to buy this. But I don't see what's the issue with more options. And the fact that he said he's been doing on YouTube for 10 years, just constantly fanboying for Sony and hating on Microsoft and going after them. I don't particularly like Microsoft either. Because after I started watching PC gaming videos, I realised that they were ripping me off with Xbox Live. But you don't see me making a YouTube channel 10 years ago, fanboying for them, and then going after Sony now, do you? It's just not a thing that happens. I just don't see his point.
Don't trust Microsoft.
And that really sums it up. Why should you trust one big corporation that does exactly the same as another big corporation, but you trust one but not the other because of the colour of the badge?
When you were buying a 360 and it was scratching your fucking disc. When you were buying a 360 and it was dying on you because of the red ring of death. And you had to end up buying over 5 different 360s throughout the generation.
Absolutely
Wrong.
When I was buying a 360 once and it worked and didn't break and it was good. I'm not denying that the red ring of death wasn't an issue. Loads of people had that. But I don't know anyone that did. I'd say I've spoken to at least 50 people that had an Xbox 360 and none of them got the red ring of death. I'm not sure if that was just towards the start of production, because I did get mine about 2 years in to the cycle, because I was a bit too young then. I didn't really have a console. But yeah, that just wasn't the thing that happened. And as if anyone bought 5, who would buy 5 consoles? After the first one broke, you'd struggle to get me to buy a second one. And if you bought a second one and it broke, if you're just buying them after that, you're just stupid. What are you doing? Why are you just throwing your money in a... why don't you just throw your money down the gutter?
Because of faulty hardware. When you see this type of shit, and then Microsoft tries to charge you $15 a month for Game Pass and Xbox Live Gold.
Right, see, I have the biggest issue with this. Still the title, PS5 and Epic Game Store is killing PC fanboys. Still not had any of that. But anyway, Microsoft charging you $15 a month for Xbox Live and Xbox Game Pass. Sony do exactly the same thing. What are you on about? If anything, Xbox Game Pass is better value for than yeah, it's better value for your money than PlayStation Now. So I don't see your point.
So Colt Eastwood, Crap Gamer, all the other Xbox hardcore Defense Squad people,
The people you're exactly like, but just for the other colour.
we've saw or heard about the SpiderMan PS4 test on the PS5 hardware and how that SSD hard drive made it a lot faster.
The fact that because of the SSD, it's able to load faster because they still lack enough RAM to be able to actually load the game into the RAM. So they have to run it straight off the hard drive, which to be honest is pretty laughable. Like, imagine if you were doing that. Like, imagine if I turned up to you and was like, oh yeah, my PC has like 3 gig of RAM. Like, what? Like, you won't be able to run any games on that. Literally, the only reason consoles are able to run is just solely because of the operating system and the optimization. Like, if you put Windows 10 onto an Xbox, I don't even think it'd boot. Like, genuinely.
I wanted to help you guys out with the specs because I don't 100% completely understand everything that is coming out of it.
Oh, well, in that case, you sound like such a reliable source for me to come for all my tech information to.
They got a big explanation, multiple videos, all of this other shit. If you have the time, I don't have the time.
That is your job. Like, that's what you have to do. You have to look up what you're talking about. You can't just spew random stuff. Like, all you have to do is read an article or watch a video or something. Like, it's not that difficult. But instead, you push a video out with very little editing and very little thought going into the video. Like, this is why you've only got, like, a few hundred views on an 8,000 subscriber channel. And even then, it's only because you're talking about a relevant topic, the PS5. But anyway, guys, that's all for the video. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, can you drop a comment, drop a like, and if you can subscribe, that'd be great. Because as I said in a few videos ago, I'm trying to grow this channel a bit. But anyway, guys, that's all for the video, and I will see you in the next one.